مسخر بطرة داف كوف لامد تاد عمود بيت for كوف ميم. We're continuing from Kutama Bera, Lamater Amulbet, by the new parak. Mishmer, someone passed away, then yeah, but him not left sons and daughters that were not married. Bismancha and Echazim Rabin, if he has a lot of property, what that means. Habanim Yershu Labnat Yizonu, then her sons get the majority of it and the daughters are supported. Nechasim Mu'atin, if it's not a lot, Habanot Yizonu Vabanim Yishalot Petachim, the daughters are supported, and the sons have to go begging at the doors. Admon Amir says, Beshvil Shani Zachar Sati, well, because I'm a man, I lose out. Amar ben Gamliel, Admon, I see Admon's opinion as the correct one, or posek like him, will explain everything right now in the Gemara. The Kama was considered a lot. Amarav do Damarav Kadeshi Azuna Behen Elu Elish Nemasar Holish, enough that both the son and the daughter can be supported for 12 months. Ki Amrita Kamedish Mula Maraz Udivre Ban Gamliel Barabi, that's his opinion. Hamim say a lot is Kadeshi Azuna Behen Elu Elu Ad Beru, Yivgiru. A lot means they're both able to be supported until the daughters get old enough to be mature. Same thing. It's Yadar Rabin Marichan, Bamula Marichan, close. She's going to be Mahan, she will have bring power, Mikan Elin Martin. Okay, now the Gemara says, let's say it's not enough to support them until they get old enough. Shaklela who been to the clues, the daughters take it all. Gemara says, no, Elmarava, but in Lahem is not Achi Yuvru. You set aside money for the daughters until they support, till they mature. The rest goes to the sons. Okay, Pshita makes sense. Let's say they split it. And then it becomes less. Kvar Zachubahen Yoroshin, the inheritors received the rest. Mu'atin bin Rebumai, what if it was initially a little bit and now all of a sudden they got a lot more? Birshut Yoroshin Kamin, do you see that it's like in the possession of the heirs and therefore uh or maybe therefore it should still go to the daughters, the extra stuff. Or Dilma, so look at it already got split up, and therefore the plus goes only to the sons. Tashma the orphans had sold the property left by their father, even if it was a little bit. Whatever they sold is sold, and therefore daughters not get it. So that means as well, we see that the sons have access to the product and to the produce and to the possessions. And if they were to sell it, they would keep it. So over here as well, if the property gets better afterward, it does not go to the daughters. What's the halacha regarding a widow? The widow, let's say they have enough food for exactly 12 months, but now they have to support the widow as well. Is that Mimrin and given the Itlam is going to say since he has access, and therefore she's reducing it, and therefore it won't be considered abundant, it'll be considered less than a year, and therefore daughters get precedence. It's a big deal. Or maybe since technically since she could remarry, then when she remarries, she loses the support. Therefore, we look at it now even that she's not part of the equation, and therefore it's considered good enough. Right? So let's say it's exactly $10,000 you need for the full year, and now it's considered abundant, and now they have to support the widow as well, exactly 10K. So now if the widow takes anything, if we look at the widow part of the equation, then it's not considered abundant anymore. That was the question. The Gemara says, maybe even if you were to even say that if technically since she's marriageable, she would not be therefore we look at it from now as well that she's not considered part of the equation. But what do you say if she had a daughter from a separate marriage? Does that reduce the property? Since if that daughter gets married, she also loses support, and therefore she's not part of the equation. Or maybe since she were to die, she has no access, and therefore she does not reduce the property. The Sorry, the first way was even if she were to get married, she still gets support until a certain agreed upon age. Maybe you might say even if she dies, she does not lose this. She doesn't get it, therefore she does not reduce it. What about a guy who's owed money? Right, so that could 10K like before, but the guy owes $1,000 to someone else. So therefore, how do we look at it? Even if that guy dies, you still owe the money to his family, and therefore it should be considered 9K. Maybe since it didn't collect yet, we don't look like it was part. We don't look at it as subtracted, and therefore it should be considered 10K. Some people asked it in the opposite order. What about a guy who's owed, if he's owed money, is that considered a subtraction? What about the stepdaughter? Is that considered reduction? What about the widow? Is that considered reduction? Exactly. They asked the questions, same exact questions, just opposite order. Now, fourth question. Let's say you have a widow and a daughter. Enough money for one of them. Who gets supported? Amar Lazia, go home, come back tomorrow. Get about Amar Bishop Miha Hida. When he came back, he said, okay, I'll ask your last question, answer your last question. Amar Asumana Abat, a widow regarding to a daughter, Kibat Etzalachim ben Chazim Muatin, it's like a daughter in regarding to brothers when there's not a lot of property. Mabat Etzalachim, just like a daughter in when she says brothers Habat and Zerachim, the daughter support and the brothers have to go begging. Af Almana Etzalabat, to a daughter, a widow in regarding to daughter, Almana and the Bat, the child of the widow has to be supported, and the daughter has to go begging. Admon remember Shvil Shani Zachar. Admon says, oh, because I'm a male, I lose out. My kamar was I mean, he says that he meant that since I'm a male and I'm supposed to learn Torah, I now can't learn. I now can't learn, and therefore I have to go begging. My Rabbi says no. And it sounds like only if a guy is you're making it sound like, but only if a guy is learning Torah, he inherits his father. But if he doesn't inherit, no. He says as follows: B'shvil shani zachar dera'ui ani l'rash b'nechasim murabin ifsati b'nechsim matin b'ikudam male, and technically I would have inherited more if there was more property. Now I get less because there's less property. That's what Admon didn't like, and therefore we said we're posted like Admon. They do split it until it runs out. Amen. Amen.